check, radio check. Work at work is in the AO. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us today for another round of the 2022 season of Motorsport Manager's Career Mode. Feels like it's been a while since we were on the paddock. Actually, it's been a while. I think it's been a week. Did a lot of crazy stuff on the long run. But now we are in the middle of the season, thankfully. Or rather, not so thankfully. Since we're now in the second half of the season, that means every point and every part we get is crucial for next season. Remember, we're still trying to get our design center up so we can get more money once we have the road car factory available. Unfortunately, because we can't really build up our other HQ buildings just yet, because look at our income, seriously. We have to get better results in the next few races. Unfortunately, I don't think I can go do another long run today, because I started out a bit late because I already had something to do earlier, and then I'm gonna have another set of stuff to do after this. So let's try and get at least probably 2 stages out before I have to leave again. Oh, speaking of which, this fashionista. Okay, that's good for marketability. That'll help us if we actually get a free slot in the sponsors list. Couturier, that's, yeah, the guy who handles all of the fashion. Yeah, I suppose he's so chiseled. Look at that chin. The hero's chin. Right. Next up, we're still building other parts, so we're improving the performance of the good and average parts we have right now. We'll probably have to improve performance and reliability of the other parts later, but I don't have any good, great parts to make available until later, and there's not enough money coming in. What's a good vote? Can we take out the wings again? I want to take out the wings. No, I don't need that. Low profile tires. No, where the hell is that? No, not driver aid, spec. I want spec front wings again. Wait, no, never mind. I don't have the money for this, Chief. As much as I'd love to vote on removing front wing development, I can't afford to spend extra. So I'll just have to go with this. Oh, suspension's about to be done. Thank you. Now what's this on the next one? Let's hope we can get something better than 5th place this time, shall we? I know it's a bit risky, especially with the parts we have. We have the chance to make a difference here. 23 laps. Can we do another one stop of this? I don't think we can. Hopefully we could. Lap record 114. Not quite long. And if it's going to be a rainy run, we have a good chance of keeping some of the parts in the way. Yep, unfortunately, Firebird MRT is going to be the team to beat here because they have the best engine in the field. Now we've set up the performance suspension. Okay, where is it? Suspension. Liability is pretty low though. I think I'll stick to these guys for now. Oh, just the. Okay, improve the reliability in this guy. Performance-wise, not too good. Most of the parts are pretty bad. Looking at the calendar, the next race in Tondela would require better gearboxes. Engine, not too much. So, I need a better gearbox right now. And I need actual performance, not max performance. So, go this one. And not reliability. This is the other gearbox. We'll have two. Well, I can get a epic part, but not for now. Not for this season, at least. How's our sponsors looking? Brutus is gonna be with us for another 3 races, so that means they still have 100,000, or probably 300,000 total. Sep Oil will be with us for 4 races, but because they've already paid up front with 6 million, we can't expect anything from them until then. Tech is helping us stay afloat with their 500,000 per race, and since we still have 12 races, that's going to be a bit safer. Fortunately, none of the race bonus sponsors are being pretty helpful, apart from their upfront payment, of course. Most of their demands are pretty high for our current capabilities, so that's going to be a problem. Do I want to fit it? No, I don't think I want to fit that part yet. No, it should be the suspension first. Then again, yeah, I'll move to this one afterwards. Now let's just line it up for reliability. Okay. Yes, Chief, I know my money's really... Yep, thanks, Wasu, for the reminder. Well, at least we're not on the news. If we show up on the XBC Sport pre-race fights, usually a bad sign for the team. Yes, Chief, I hear you. Alright, we're already here at Guilford, so let's just save here so that we don't to restart everything from the top. Should we kind of roll the race up a bit? Chairman is still not very happy. Why did she hate Guildford? I don't get it. Cars still 5th best, not too bad, but not too great. Top speed, we're 4th. Acceleration, we're 6th. We're 2nd best behind Firebird for low speed, which means they're already starting to make some serious headway with their wing development. Medium speed corners, though, we're just 6th. Not exactly a good thing. But we take what we get. Let's hope we can actually survive this. I'll take 3rd or above. I know it's not much. It's better than nothing. We can maybe get a podium here if we're lucky. Parts are good enough for now. Currently designing a new gearbox. Let's hope things are gonna help us get through this. Welcome back to Go For It, people. This airport run has been a pain in my behind for several seasons now. Though we did manage to get some good points here in the last 2 seasons. Let's hope the 2022 season is a bit better. There it is. Practice is wet. Not too wet so far, but it's gonna be a little wetter soon by the looks of it. Let's hope we can actually do something. Long or suspension. That should a little less on downforce. We need speed here. Keep Vosu at super soft and Perez should be at soft. Because we need somebody to handle the slower tires for now. Now let's take practice. Wait, what? Oh, cripes. No, they're not that wet just yet. I think we can handle this. If things start to get a bit nasty in the first lap, outside of their out lap, then we'll switch. But I think we can handle a little bit of soft here. And there goes the first minute practice. Not exactly getting the setup knowledge fast enough. As you can clearly see, even Woodford is in the soft tires for now. Alright, gear ratio seem to be good. Not exactly running well on that outlap either. Getting lapped even here though. The arrow seems to be decent, so that's probably just yellow, but still we might be able to make something work out of that. Just get me to... No, I don't need to get new tires by the looks of it. So we'll stick with these tires for now by how things are going. Then like this again with the practice numbers. And those tires aren't getting hot fast enough. Which is either a good thing or a bad thing. But it says it's going to be dry for a couple more laps. It's going to be drizzling around 6 minutes in. Right, will soon needs a bit more stability in the corner, so it needs softer handling. Perez, not so much of a complaint for that so far. But we're down to 17th and 18th because... No, we're down at the tail end of the speed limits, though. I don't know if I should be worried or I should be thankful, because sometimes I get better results when I'm behind in practice. Anyway, let's go back and see how things fare. Handling, not too bad, but needs a bit of work. That's actually downforce and acceleration that are not too bad. Handling, just a bit of softness to go with it. Gear ratio, some there, probably reduce the handling. No. A little bit more downforce. Keep everything else in check. Then we're bringing Perez in after this one. Middle of practice, by the looks of it, we're gonna have to change tires. Perez will have to go on inters for this next run. Soft tires are still at level 0, unfortunately, but there's absolutely no way we'll have to go there. Oh. Just need to adjust the acceleration and speed for Perez by the looks of it. Hang on a second. Okay. Just had to check something. I thought something up. Yeah. Yeah, keep it somewhere around here. Change the tires to inters, and away we go. I'll have to bring in Bosu, I'm afraid. It's getting a little too wet out here. Handling has just become even worse. Dang. So, that means it should be a bit somewhere around... Oh, it's still softer. Somewhere around here, maybe. Downforce. Speed balance should be good. No. More tops. No. A bit somewhere around here for acceleration, maybe. Handling. Yeah, somewhere around there. That should make things a bit easier. Now switch to inters. And couldn't get super soft to go. Well, might be a bit wet out there in the actual race, so maybe sticking to inters will be helpful for the rest of the race, or the rest of the practice rather. We'll have to rely on race trim to get us in the, keep us in the fight rather. This is much better, which means it's not yet green, or rather, it's not yet purple. Bad chance we will get a green for that, though. Bosu at least has high setup knowledge, so that's going to help us in the later parts of the race. Remember, it's 23 laps, so as much as possible, try to make a one-stop race for this one. Pretty risky considering the parts performance, but I got confidence in the capabilities of our drivers. Honestly. Inters. 30 seconds. I don't think Bosu has enough time to get to purple for this one. Dang. Both are on the green at least, so that's a positive sign. But Bosu is way behind. 20 with plus 4 seconds compared to Gansler? Not exactly a good look. Dang. For Darcy White. Must be one of their reserve drivers. I doubt it, but I think we can get at least within striking range of the podium guys. See how things go here for now. Cloudy, huh? We're not exactly sure how that's gonna affect us in the long run. Let's hope it stays dry enough. Quick fixes and race trim. The handling still sucks. Dang it. Oh well. Seriously? Just the slightest adjustment to speed balance and all, just like that. Dang it. Guess we'll just have to adjust the tires back, huh? Alright. That's a 3-lap race. Is everybody else gonna be going on supers? Fine, let's go on supers, then go with softs in the later half. Can't decide. Do I want to stay on super or go for speed? Oh, why did I hit cancel again? Yeah, Power selection, now grid position. Everybody on top has supers. Tianuna is on softs though. I guess I should stick Perez in a soft wheel setup instead. Right. Alright, let's keep things in medium now. And hope things actually improve later. Oh. There you go. Go, 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 go. And just like that, Wasu already dropped in 9th. Pretty easy for them to lose their positions here, I'm afraid. Tires aren't exactly helping us in that regard. I think I'm just gonna keep Wasu on neutrals while Rez sticks to push. For the time being, we'll try to stay at it until lap 11, lap 12, and then we'll switch around to speed, or rather, we'll switch Wasu to endurance with softs, and then Perez will have to go with speed for with supers. There is no way we're going to be able to get up there in the 3rd ranks. Especially with the way things are going. Wasu is just dropping positions, and Perez is already in the back. Who's that behind her? Jones from Ruiz Motorsport and Esteva from Vexala Motorsport are behind for some reason. Ooh, Wasu is now down to 14th. We're at 15th. Might even lose to 16th. We have really bad brakes. Our drivers can't take advantage of late braking because of the poor brakes we have right now. Or rather, it's not that the brakes are bad, since they're spec parts, our drivers are just poor at braking in general. Perez, now at 20th. Can she get back at it? We've only got 20 laps. We still got 20 laps to go, and both our teams' tires are rolling pretty bad. It's gonna be hard. And now we're both at the tail end. Looks like the lead element's already breaking away. The question is, can we get back at it? 19 laps to go at the start of lap 5, and we're still right here in the back. It does seem kind of bad timing that we're just doing this from the rear. And we can't exactly keep the places we catch because they can't accelerate fast enough. So that's a really bad bad run on my part. Although by the looks of it, tire endurance is still pretty good. We just have to keep it till the middle of the race, and then things will probably sort themselves out. Probably. Just praying things stay good. Ah! Wasu trying desperately to get back into his old spot, but he's getting pushed away by Tianuna and Esteva. Not exactly doing well on the chicanes here. Wait, he turns pretty widely. Perez just trying as much as possible to stick with the pack trailers and not get left behind. Alright, we got first pitter. Looks like Silveria had to go in for her for the first pit of the day. But looks like her fuel is also pretty badly bummed out already, so she's stuck in the pit lanes for the time being. But listen, Vaninen also jumped into the pit lane. That gives a bit of a positioning bonus for Bosu and Perez, but they're still technically in the tail end. And now we're in lap 8. Batista calling in for a pit stop in the next turn. Santore, Keras, and Delekvist are fighting for top, while Woodford is just hiding there in place. And by the looks of it, the rear liners are breaking away. The mid-pack, still a bit of a pack, actually. Not much distance between the mid-pack drivers for now. Now we're approaching the start of lap 10. By the looks of it, Wasu is about ready to hit at the end of the start of lap 11, actually. Maybe he can still run it for another lap. Meanwhile, the Linkfist has made up places and is currently at 9th and might be going for 8th. Yes, there he is. Let's stick it for another turn with Wasu. Probably be able to sit it up here. Now we're going for a soft run. And then add some fuel in the fire. Parts condition still pretty decent, but that gearbox doesn't look too good. And we called in a pit stop for Wasu, and he's switching to softs. He'll have to make do with the slowdowns, though, because his tires are now down to 12%. And Perez is now down to 20. She'll have to get that pit soon as well. Switching her over to... Oh, by the looks of it, she's not gonna last if we switch her to soft, so we'll switch... I mean, if we switch her to super, so we'll switch her again to softs. Parts conditions are surprisingly good for Perez right now, so let's hope Wasu can come back here. No errors for him right now, but he's behind down to 20th. Perez has to get back here, otherwise we're done for. Oof. Almost got bumped there, but Perez is now in the 13th position. Can she keep it? Nope, by the looks of it, she can't. She will have to concede position 13 to Parker. With only 10 laps remaining, it's going to be a hard... it's going to be hard going for both our drivers to get back in the mid-pack. If they can get back in the mid-pack. Parker getting real fast out there, and Perez trying desperately to keep the other guys from getting over her. Unfortunately, Dan Nuna just took the initiative and snatched one on that turn, and on that chicane, Woodford came in as well. Batista trying to get an overtake, but she'll have to pull it in because her tires are almost gone. With most of the race leaders still pretty good in tire, it's going to be a hard time for both our drivers to get back in the mid-pack. It's only 8 laps remaining, and Perez is now down to 16, while Wasu is chasing after her. Can they get back into it? Doesn't look like it. Wasu is about to lose his position. Now we've only got 7 laps to go, and things seem to be getting real heated over here for our mid-pack drivers. As Shu and Vananen have to sit back and get another pit in. Race leaders might be switching over for a pit line here, and Karas, Dawson, and the Linkvis have just taken the podium. Starting out at lap 18, and we're still way behind, but Perez managed to sneak up and take over Fandi and Silvera. Question is, can they keep that position? Tire wear isn't exactly an issue right now, thankfully. By the looks of things, we might have to push the tires a bit further if we want to keep up with the race leaders. 5 laps remaining, and Perez just looking to snatch 11th here. Getting even 10th, as both Santore and Leis Ruiva have to call it in for a pit. Is there a chance, any chance at all, that he can get to at least top 10? Or at least keep a top 10 until the end of the race? 4 laps remaining as lap 20 starts, and it seems like the leaders are going to be a little too far. Meanwhile, Vossir is complaining about his gearbox. He's now down to 28%. Question is, can he nurse it back to the end of the race? Looks like none of the race leaders are going to be pitting it up as we approach lap 21. 10-11 position for Perez and Vossir right now. See if ordering them to go into attack is going to do us any good, as the tires are still down to 40% levels. And by the looks of it, race leader Delinkvis, who was doing real well in practice, has just retired. Like parts of him blew off. Perez looking to snatch 9th here. But Vossir has parts conditions everywhere, and his rear wing is now down at 30%. He's still got 2 laps to go, however. There might be a chance that we can just nurse this home. Approaching the final lap of the race, we are nowhere near our sponsorship objective. But we might be able to at least get some other extra points in to a top 6, maybe? Or 7 and 8. We'll see. Whatever the case, we managed to get some good points in to keep us in the running at 5th. Dawson wins a stunning victory. For Vexala Motorsport today, that was actually well thought and well deserved by Lixman. Race leader Woodford being stuck at 5th is a bit of an issue. Or rather, Cup leader Woodford. Bellingfist, though, was the biggest disappointment of the race weekend, having suffered mechanical issues just as he was at the tip of the podium. Retiring just 2 laps from the finish line. Let's hope we don't incur the wrath of the GMA. Gansler not only getting 2nd place, but also getting both points for being fastest lap. Run. Dragon Race Team China having to take the big one here, being 18th and 19th. While Vexala's lead, or rather pole finish, is a bit shadowed by the fact that their other driver Esteva is down at 7th. Firebird, not too much to worry about as their other driver Parker is at 4th. And Rui's Motorsport also has no worries about their point because their other driver is at 5th. Points positioning are stable for both Perez and Wolfu. That's probably going to change for the team standings. Not exactly. Lucatelli Racing, though, is just 20 points behind Watson Industries. Going to be a bit of an issue going forward. Still some haters in the crowd for ZRT Motorsport, though. And Neil Dawson indeed was way on form today. Excellent driving, managing to get into the runs there, despite the fact that he wasn't exactly in the lead for most of the race. And by the looks of it, the Linkfist is really, really angry. I do wonder if it was indeed a pit blunder, because by the looks of it, some of their parts were already pretty bad to begin with. At least that's a lot of health for us, keeping us in 5th for another stage in the race. Now let's see some of those after-race news bites. Driver morale is back to 100% for Bolsu, thankfully, and relationship with the mechanic is also up by 3%. Marketability increase. Chairman is back at 100% happiness. Not exactly too concerned about a reserve driver. Fortunately, the money isn't exactly coming through as expected. Unless we can get better sponsors in the next 2 races, we can't do anything. Simply put, screwed. Let's look at those news reports, shall we? But Rui's Motorsport, yep, Woodford was down on 2nd. Car performance drop was absolutely painful. 46 and 44%? Oh yes, please. I need. Like we'll see though. No need to worry about morale drops. 6% behind the fastest season record. Yep, looks like we need the auto crew managing better pit lanes. There's car repair complete. Gonna have to save this. Fisher. Oh no. Okay, Shimi's a boom. That's not someone I'm concerned about right now. Parts performance. Split this up a bit. Yes, thank you very much. Still taking a while for the parts to be complete. It's gonna be 6 days and 3 hours. Let's move the calendar forward. Hopefully we can get something. Oh no. Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that on the headline. Please, for the love of God! Dude, we don't have enough money at all. What are you doing? This is gonna be a problem come race day. I don't like where things are going for this guy, to be honest. May have a problem. Morale is down, focus is down as well. Gearbox in this guy. Not very... I had an achievement or something. Performance is great. 802? Not bad. Problem is, the reliability is garbo. Delighted. I guess I'll have to improve the reliability on that one. Is it? 14 days after race. Get that out now since it'll be 80 plus. Yeah, sure, let's do this. Focus on firing that up. And then I'll save it again, just to be extra sure things are working properly. And while we're at it, let's try and see if we can actually design a new part. Of course, not the engine. Gearbox, I could. Gonna cost me, and I highly doubt I can actually do anything about that. Ooh, that's a lot of red zoning. Oh, hang on. Hang on a bleeding second. What's the next one on the calendar after Toledo? Milan. Gonna need better engines for that. Unfortunately, we've already got best engines we can get with our current lineup, so I guess... need better suspension then. Engine's already pretty much as good as we can go, so let's just go with a better suspension. That's right. Can't really get anything out of the Epic since we don't have handling development center. Surprisingly, no risk level parts here for now. This isn't going to be available for this race because we're going to use this for next season. It's 20. I'm 640. We still have one part we can do. 65, 675. I think I can get that. Gonna eat into our expenses though, and the boss is definitely gonna be furious. Let's hope that doesn't come down to anything serious. Well then, let's go to Toledo. Hope we get a better sponsor soon. Points for top 8? No, I'm not gonna go with that. Yeah, sure, whatever you say, Stella. Let's see how her actual performance is. I don't remember. Standings. Anybody else to scout? Nope, we've scouted everybody here. But indeed. Okay. Everybody's already scouted. Standings. Where's Estella? Oh, she's at number 4th, so that's why. That's why she's pretty confident. I'll just use 1 volt power for this. Pixel is voting against it despite the fact that the driver wants it. That's pretty funny. Ejected with a clean 2-point lead. Excellent. Is this about being hated? Acceleration again, and Bellux with Firebird MTs. Still on top of that. Maybe just going for soft and medium. Hang in there. Just get me better performing parts for the end of the season. Ooh, Centauri. Dang. How high is the Link Fist currently? The Link Fist is surprisingly down here at 19th. This is a real turnaround from his previous performance in the last season. Like seriously, he was actually packing stuff. 12 races and 2 wins in 2021, or 2 podiums at least. But this is really a bad look at everything for now, especially for how things aren't. Like, Zempelli Engineering is actually pretty... Wait, what? What happened? They had a pretty good stuff run last season. What? Well, whatever the case, that's good for us, because we don't have to worry about the cars for now. Problem is, there is indeed still a long way to go for the season, but we're already down in the reds again. Loading intentions. Right, that's enough for liability. Now let's go for performance. And yep, everything that needs to be reliable enough should be good. I'll take that into. Huh? Ah, random grids, yes. Yes, that would be helpful. I'm also not a fan of random grids, despite the fact that being last usually helps us being first. Still. And here we go. Tondelades. It's time to improve our parts. Improve the capabilities of the reliability of our engine. Improve the performance of our front wings. Improve this performance of the suspension. That's pretty much it, I think. What else can we look at? Main engine at 723, not too bad. Front wing, can't really help you there. Gearbox, bit of a jump, could do better, I believe. Oh. Why is he still content? Got a good one going, dude. Come on. The issue. Ah, I see. Performance, despite being great, is not yet at full potential, so he's not exactly getting anything out of that. I see what you mean. No need to worry about that after this race, though. Let's just save this here. And as things go by, time to drive. Still trying to stick with Vamoose for this one, despite the fact that we're not exactly in the running for podium wins. We nonetheless have to hope we can actually keep this running safely. Practice in Tondela, looks like it's pretty damn sunny. It'll be an acceleration based. Let's stick it to this. It's gonna be a bit softer, maybe not just yet. Keep the downforce somewhere here. Do suspension and make it a bit softer. Tire choice soft. Medium tire choice. Yep, okay. A lot of downforce apparently. Acceleration, a bit steer. Stick it at a medium. And let's go and take practice. Run for it. Forecasting center would be really helpful right now, but I'm not sure we can do the parts here. The ERS cars are pretty slow now when you think about it. They are indeed in the bottom flight of open wheel racing in this game, so that's understandable, but still. Who else is on outlap now? And here we go, rolling it up. Let's see how things are gonna go for our team in practice today. Hoping we might get at least one violet for each one, so it's not gonna be hard to consider what parts need fixing and whatnot. Aero setup feels fantastic, apparently. Alright, wrong arrows for Vosu, apparently. We'll have to fix that in the next run. Bring him in. Bringing him in. Although, despite the wrong arrows, he's still somewhere in the top for some reason, and Perez is the one who's behind. Must be something about the engines or whatnot, but still. Here comes Gansler and Parker at top of practice runs for now. Time for Bosu. Take 5. Probably have to make it a move. Handling could be a bit better, maybe? Somewhere understeer, somewhere there? Let's stay with this one. Meanwhile, Perez seems to be having a bit of a gander at 11th right now. Might be able to make a better performance later. Performs pretty great at 8 though, which is a good thing for her setup knowledge growth. Let's hope it actually helps us in the main race itself. That last run, she was still stuck at 11. Only got 4 minutes, or a little over 4 minutes left in practice for today. Okay, so the downforce is a bit off again. I'll have to fix that in the next run after Perez takes her break out. Speed balance is great. Handling is decent. This downforce is a bit too low. Probably have to make it a bit higher. Adjust the handling a bit. Just keep the speed balance as is. And there we go. And we'll have to put Wasu in the lab for this one. Looks like he's angry about the downforce setup we chose for him. The downforce went down real bad. Might need to increase downforce further. It's a lot of understeer actually. Yeah, that should be enough. See if we can get anything better about this one. Only 2.5 minutes left in practice. He could probably do one last stint after the outlap. Hopefully we can get some more knowledge out of that. Couldn't get it to level 3 race trim for now, I'm afraid. We'll have to make do with that as we hit the last minute of the practice. A 30 seconds left, and the response from Wasu seems to be pretty decent. Now doing his last run of the day. Maybe we can get something good out of this. Perez is now 11th. Rather, she's down to 11th. And race trim is up to level 3, thankfully. Now, everybody is going home for the day as we prepare for the race day. Just waiting for Balkan and El Sadat to finish their stints. Couldn't really do much on the runs there. Big Watson Industries fan here getting a little too giddy about their interiors. Guys are feeling great about his practice. Here it is again with the points for practicing. Just had to check something. Give me a couple of seconds. How much to see there, huh? Now the question is, can we keep it here? Not exactly in a good spot, all things considered, because we have 4 parts and the feedback isn't exactly up to par. There is a good chance we can get back into them. Trim and engine expert. Got the quick fixes in race trim again. Surprisingly, we actually managed to get some purple out. I think this is a good enough run for us so far. The downforce is a bit run. Let's just stick it to neutral and mediums. And now, since we're sticking to softs, we have to get it in at least until lap 12, maybe? 12, 13 should be nice, but looks like it's gonna be a bit of a rough run, and as you can clearly see, we've already lost places. We already did Tondela once during the current season, but that was a bunch of lucky flukes. Let's see if we can capture some of that magic again today. Now, by the looks of it, it's not going to be happening anytime soon, as Bosu drops to 13th at the end of lap 1. Losing it, could it be? Snatched it back just on the opening turn, but he's stuck in between some tight runs, and I don't think he can keep his 12th position for so long. Perez, meanwhile, losing her 16th and is now down to 17th, and just like that, Bosu loses his spot right as they enter the home turn. But now, at lap 3, and things are suddenly a bit tight. Not much to say here, but both of our racers are trying desperately to keep their positions in place, hoping against all odds that they can stay at it long enough that they don't have to pit more than once. Tire wear, though, is getting to be a bit of an issue, and Bosu is now down to 14th, or 15th rather. Having a hard time getting some overtakes, mostly because the other guys start showing up behind, or start showing in front of him. Perez is not exactly really good with the tires right now. She's already at 59%. We haven't even reached the start of lap 21, or rather, lap 5. Ooh, sneaky overtake there from Perez, however. And now Bosu is down to 18th. And by the looks of it, Bosu is now in the tail end of things, despite having better performance as far as driving is concerned. He is now in the tail end of the race, and the lead pack is now starting to pull away. Also trying desperately to sneak an overtake in, but Dawson just really sticking it to him right now. Perez losing the chance to get away and is now down to 19th. It's going to be another teammate race by the looks of it. But both Silvera and Vannanen are down in the pits to change their tires early at the start of lap 7. This could be a good opportunity to get the boys, get the Watson Industries cars back in contention. But they'll have to worry about tire wear as well. Starting to see a bit of tire wear now. Might have to conserve the tires for a bit longer, as it's going to be a bit rough on them at the start of lap 9. trying desperately to keep the tires rolling for another 2 laps. But looks of it, Perez will have to pit in at 12. Or rather at 10 at best. While Sue somehow managing to stay at 35% on tire wear. But he's behind, and he's not exactly happy. Overtaking some of the former race leaders now, and now both our drivers are at 10 and 11. Question is, can they keep it up? Possibly not. We'll have to put Perez on the change line. Probably not gonna have to give her a refuel. There's a good chance she'll be doing a 2-stop race here. Parts conditions, not exactly something to worry about, thankfully. Gonna be a rough run for Perez here, though. As the tires are about to reach 10% durability on the way home. Sue is already asking for tire pitting, but by the looks of it, he's still in a good run to stop for another. He's still in a good run for another lap or so, 23%. Now it's Perez, who is up. Mediums. Sue possibly gonna lose his 9th place lead here, 9th place here to Delenquist. Very good chance that he will have to pit after. A little earlier than expected. We really can't say no to anything right now, as we need all the money we can get. Refueling gives him 12 seconds on the pit lane in the next stop. Can he hold on? Perez will have to play a bit safe with her tires, I'm afraid, because she's not exactly good with handling temperatures right now. Let's see if she can keep it until the end of the race. Probably not. As we approach the start of lap 12, Vosu runs in for a pit, switch over to mediums. He's now down to 15th, rather 17th. Woodford going for speed options here is now in softs. He's really trying to keep his pole lead. But Sam Ganser just about ready to get that point up, and Bubba Jones also pretty much stalking his position. There's a good chance he might lose the lead for the rest of the season, unless he can somehow get back into it. Perez jumps ahead at some of the pit gliders and is now 12th, but Vosu fails to capitalize on that, and he's still stuck at 17th. Tire wear starting to be a real issue now, as things are looking fairly desperate for the race of Watson Industries right here. Bubba Jones just had to check that thing out. He's now down at 10th. Giving up the lead to Ganser, who's now at first, but he's already down to nearly 50% on his tires. And as we start lap 15, things are looking pretty badly for Perez on her tires. 30%, still 10 laps to go. Not exactly helping our times here. Personal best sector, though. 1 minute 27.04. Fist is back in the podium, but I don't think he's going to be staying there for long as his tires are now down to 40%. Things are starting to get really exciting as we enter lap 12, or rather, lap 16. Another personal best for Perez there. Things aren't looking too hot for the other teams, though. And Vosu, still in the back, is having a hard time trying to stay with everybody else. This might signal a really bad time for Watson Industries. Points-wise, we might be seeing a drop in team standings for the desperate Japanese outfit. Perez snatches 8th from Bubba Jones, but she's having a hard time staying at it. And we've still got 8 laps to go. Bosu is still in 14th, not exactly a good spot to be in right now. Bubba Jones about ready to overtake, and just like that, Perez is now down to 8th. Might lose her position here again. And by the looks of it, refueling might have been an issue after all. So we'll have to switch her over to a speed run. 1, 2, 5. Parts conditions are still pretty decent, but we'll have send her back into the pit lane as she is struggling with fuel issues right now. Bosu will have to carry the rest of the team up as he tries desperately to get back in the middle of the pack at the start of lap 20. Question is, can Perez come back from this? Perez is now down to 13th, or rather down to 15th on the exit as everybody else has gone ahead of her. And she is trying as much as possible to get back into it as we approach the start of lap 21. Wasu still trying to keep his 9th place positioning here, snatching a good lap personal best too. Can Perez get back into it? It's going to be a bit of a tough fight for her as she is already being chased by Silvetta and Nuno in the back there. Wasu somehow getting 7th out of all that. Only 34% left on the tires. Can he keep it till the end of the race? Approaching lap 23 with 3 laps to go. Can the racers of Watson Industries nurse the cars home? Going into high mode now. Let's see if Wasu can keep it in. Approaching the start of lap 24, and he's about to lose his 7th place, actually. As Esteva is already stalking him pretty badly. down to 23 or 22% rather as we approach the final lap of the race. If things can actually turn around here for the better for Watson Industries. As we approach the final turns. Perez somehow getting back into it and is now down to 11th place. Can she get back? Oof. While Sue is down to 7th position, somehow Perez still complaining to being 11th place in a pretty good run. And Gansler snatches the lead in the race standings. Firebird MRT. Let's see how the post-race scrutineering goes for everybody else. Woodford scores another fastest lap bonus, but his aren't. He actually matches 1 point ahead of Gansler, thanks to that. And by some desperate miracle, Woodford keeps his top standing in the champion standings. Just barely getting away from Gansler, though, who is behind by 8 points. While Sue, thanks to his performance here, goes up to 12th. And Perez, somehow, despite having a bit of a rough day at Tondola, manages to stick it at 7th. And Watson Industries is just 1 point behind Archer BMR in the standings now. Finally getting some haters again. Gansler really rocking it, like a skeleton whippet. Parker also helping her teammate get at it, as it is a domineering performance for Firebird MRT today at Tondola. Well, as much as I'd like to do another run today, I really have to go. Stuff are awaiting. As much as I think I could squeeze one more race in, I don't want to take my chances. So let's call it in for the time being. Let's just finish up on some of these. Let's just look into a couple of things that need fixing before we close it for the day. Suspension built, perfect. Probably gonna use that suspension for next season. So hang on, let's look at the boards. 35 and 36, not bad. But Gansler dominated both practice and the actual race. Alright, what's the news? Interested, but not that interested. Ah! This is our new pit stop record. 4.723 seconds. But we need to get better pit stop drivers, because by the looks of it, some of the numbers aren't exactly matching up. Still need to fix that suspension, I'm afraid. Oh no, there's a risk of a break there, that's out of the way. I really want to get new front wings. I should get a new engine instead. The engine is pretty decent so far. It's the gearbox that can work a bit more. Right? Current engines are great and good. I'll work with that. Yeah, we need a new gearbox for next season. Uh-huh. That we're going to need acceleration plus 10, reliability plus 10. Acceleration. A better acceleration. Cost us a pretty penny, 1.8 million. Now we're in the 3 million deficit range. Sponsors better come soon because I can't handle any more of this. I guess that done. Wait, hang on. Let's wait and we can yep, there you go. Finish making repairs. Improve the reliability of our new engine. Performance still needs some fixing though. Oh, that's in suspension. Engine pretty decent so far. Guess that's all we can do for now. That being said, thank you so much for being a part of the stream today. I know it was a really short and not exactly exciting stream. Oh, oh, sorry about that. I know uh, I didn't expect Raiders at this time then. Oh, hi, Atutepis. Thank you for joining the stream, even though we're pretty much closing. Sorry if you were expecting some more racing action today, but unfortunately I have to go. Nonetheless, thank you for joining us with what little you might be able to catch. We did manage to get some good points in for Watson Industries in the 2022 season, and I think that's a good thing. Well, anyway, what was I gonna say? All right, hold on a second. Yeah, as I was saying, really sorry that you managed to raid in, as I was gonna complete the uh, end my stream today. But if you're still interested in seeing what I've managed to accomplish, how little it is or it could be, I would really appreciate it if you could check the VOD after the stream ends, or if you're still interested in seeing other stuff that might be within your wheelhouse, you can check the VOD archives later, I suppose. Yeah, let's stick with that. But anyway, yeah, thanks again for being part of the stream. I know it wasn't much to see today, especially since it was really short, usually shorter than the standard streams I've done. Still, we did manage to get something out of it, and hopefully in the next stream it'll lead us to better performance or better race results and probably get rid of that deficit in our budget. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow, to be honest, since it's going to be an even busier day tomorrow. Still, as much as possible, I will try to sneak a couple of hours in. Just keep an ear out on my socials. That being said, if you have any complaints or valid reactions about the stuff I streamed today, you can always drop me a line on my Twitter or my Pixiv. If you have a hankering for seeing the older streams I've already done that have already been on my Twitch for expire because they're past the expiry date, you can check the VOD archive channel. It's linked on my About tab in my profile page. you think there's somebody in your friend circle who might be interested in stuff I stream, just want to complain about PNG streamers on Twitch in general, you can always link my profile. It's twitch.tv/lookatatwork. That's all from me for now. Again, my appreciation for you joining short journey with Motorsport Manager today. Hope I can catch you again when I stream, whenever that is. Right? Hopefully I can do that tomorrow. Don't expect anything early. Look at Work is now RTB. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Good night, everybody. Oh yeah, by the way, thanks for Vesper for following. You're really helping me get my word out over there. Thanks again.